Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be propagating some plants in sphagnum moss because you guys always ask me how I propagate plants in sphagnum moss. It's most likely because I have a lot of plants that are successfully growing in sphagnum moss. So grab your scissors, grab your plants, and let's get into it. So I have a bunch of examples to show you guys because right now I'm currently propagating tons of plants in sphagnum moss. Some of them are growing permanently in sphagnum moss and some are just being rooted right now. I guess I'll show you guys the plants that I'm currently propagating in sphagnum moss first, and then we're gonna propagate like 5 plants, which I'm really excited to do because I have not propagated plants in what feels like forever, honestly. Anyways, it's been a while since I showed you this prop box. I think we took these propagations like maybe a month ago now. I'm not sure how well you can see the back, but we do have some roots in there. I propagated some Scindapsus pictus. Wait, what is that? What is this one? Scindapsus Trubii Moonlight, this one. And then that is Monstera Peru. And then there's a couple albos in there, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Should we pull one out? I think I'm most curious about the Monstera Peru because anytime I've ever tried to propagate that plant, it just failed. That's why I only have one Monstera Peru right now, and I've had that plant for over a year, maybe even 2 years. Who's keeping track? Maybe we can just give them a tug. Ah! How is this even still alive? How is this even still alive? There's no root on it. I don't understand the Monstera Peru. Like, I really just don't. I'm gonna pull them all out because I need to see one. Is that a root? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yay! We did propagate one successfully. That's a root. This makes me so freaking happy. I swear to God, I've never rooted a Monstera Peru successfully. And if I did, it died expeditiously, like the leaf fell off. And I did take a bunch of propagations out of this box because they did rot, mostly Perus and Scindapsus. But there's still quite a bunch in here. So we have this one. Let me put it right back before I do damage. I'm gonna pull out one of the Trubii now. Oh my God, it's rooted, I can feel it. What about this one? Oh, yay. What about this one? This one has like a curled leaf. We'll pull out this guy. I don't think this is rooted. I pulled out the shittiest looking one and I don't think it's rooted because the roots are brown. And I think they were like that when I put them in there. Let's pull out one that looks like it's actually grown some spaggy roots. Okay, fine. I don't know. I'm kind of scared because I don't want to ruin it, you know? Okay. There we go. There's one right there. That's pretty rooted. There's sphagnum moss all over the root, but how freaking exciting. I'm so excited. I could have been bought several of these plants, but I just like to rehab them. Once my plant is dying, I turn into Captain Save-A-Ho, you know? Let me put this back. There's another little Peru prop in there, and it's actually putting out a leaf. If you can see down there, that little spike of green, that's a new leaf that's coming off of that propagation. So freaking cool. And I also wanted to pull out some of these because, excuse me, I feel like these might be rotted. I was not wrong. I mean, they're not fully rotted, but that's an issue. It's all trial and error. Like, these ones are rotted. So when you ask me exactly how I propagate plants in sphagnum moss, I literally just cut them and hope for the best. And it doesn't always work out, but when it does, it's just so satisfying. This one I know is rooted because the leaf is nice and perky. There's some resistance there. Let's just pull it out. I feel like this is rooted all over the bottom though. Yeah, I'm not pulling that out. I'm not gonna pull it out yet, but I'm gonna dig to see if I can see a new leaf coming up yet, or like a growth point. Oh my God, that's wicked rooted in there. Hold on. Oh, that's actually, that little white spot on the Monstera down there, that's a new leaf coming out. Why is it so white though? I feel like that's gonna be an issue. I don't know. We're gonna leave that there and see. But yeah, that's the current state of my little prop box. Seems to be going really good. And I remember the days where I told you guys I did not like sphagnum moss because it attracts gnats, which it does. It definitely does. But I'm kind of not scared of bugs anymore, believe it or not. I kind of just get mad when I see bugs instead of scared, which works for me. But the reason I wanted to show you all of these examples because I have several different kinds of plants growing in sphagnum moss, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of confidence in propagating any plant that you have in sphagnum moss because it just works. Here are some Alocasia Jacqueline babies that I have currently propagating in sphagnum moss. These have been in here for a while, and I should probably cut some of the little leaves off. Or did I already? Oh no. There's some dead leaves in there because they're not always doing so well. I don't know what I'm talking about. But here are some Alocasia Jacquelinas. Should I pull one out because it's been a while? No, I'm not gonna mess with these, honestly. I'm trying to put these in the shop for you guys eventually once they get a little bit bigger. But we have these. These are wicked rooted in here. Boom. And then what else? Oh, I have another Alocasia Jacqueline, little baby. This is the one that I bought from Lowe's when I posted on my story that they were like, I think they were at Lowe's for like $10. So I bought one and then it completely died. So I switched it to moss, which is what I usually do when my plant is dying. I will cut it all the way back and then stick it in sphagnum moss and keep it a little bit on the dry side and cover it. I think that's the biggest key when it comes to propagating plants in sphagnum moss is to keep the sphagnum moss a little bit more on the dry side and cover it so that there's humidity in the vessel. So that's what I did to this. I had a cup over this for a while just to keep in the humidity. And then once it grew past that cup, and then once it grew past the cup, and then when it, but once it grew some sufficient roots, look at that root system. I removed the cup and it's been growing ever since. I mean, it's not the best Jacqueline, but it's a Jacqueline and I'm in love. Here is a Monstera albo. Believe it or not, it's super duper green. What the heck? But I propagated this in sphagnum moss as well, and it's really rooted. Super freaking cool. I love to propagate in clear vessels because there's nothing better than seeing the roots actually formulate. I'll show you a few more I have propagating in sphagnum moss. These are Hoya serpens, and then I think this is a Hoya Crimson Princess. I said this a couple videos ago, but I need to remove them out of this container. Won't be today, but this is just not working anymore. For Hoya serpens, I always propagate them in moss. These ones are for sale at Palace of Propagations. If you guys are interested in getting a Hoya serpens, definitely take a look at this one. I love a good Hoya serpens. You could literally leave it in here forever and it will be fine. But these ones are mine that I'm propagating and they're so freaking cute. I leave them covered most of the time because Hoya serpens love humidity. If you look really close, you can see some of the roots just coming out because they stay covered. So freaking cool. I actually dropped this a couple weeks ago, so I'm surprised they're still doing good, but they are rooted. I honestly can't even believe I like sphagnum moss because the bugs. I'll show you one more and then we can get to chopping. But one of my most proudest sphagnum moss propagations have to be these Monstera adansonii because I propagated these from node, which I've never done before. I used to try to propagate from node all the time and it would just fail because I forgot to water them. That's where you can really go downhill, especially if you're propagating a plant that doesn't have like an aerial root or something on it yet. You really want to make sure they stay lightly watered and covered. So these right here, both of these little containers of Monstera adansonii, they were covered for months before I even seen a new leaf. I stuck them in windowsills every morning just to make sure they were growing properly, and they always had like water droplets on top of the saran wrap that I had them wrapped with. I honestly can't even believe my eyes when I look at these. But now since they have grown to the point where they're kind of popping out and I can't just like saran wrap the top, I keep these in the greenhouse just until they grow a little bit more because the leaves are still fairly tiny. But I'm so freaking proud of this because I can propagate from nodes. Who would have thought? I think you guys are gonna be really excited about the I'm so hot. I'm so hot. I'm so hot. It's literally so hard to film in the summertime. Someone asked me like 2 years ago, they're like, don't you have air conditioner? Obviously. Why would I have that running while I'm talking? You guys won't be able to hear me and then you'll be complaining about that too. I guess I can show you the sphagnum moss that I use all the time, which is this by, what's the brand name? S-U-K-H, Suk, or S-U-K-H. It's this one right here. It is linked in my Amazon storefront. This brand right here. I just love it. And I have owned plants for 5 or 6 years now. And I've used a lot of moss, like some that comes already puffed up. And I just don't like it that much because this right here, this makes a lot. And I like it. So what I usually do is like crack this in half. Oh my god, I don't want no dust getting in my eyeballs. Okay, boom. And then I just take a container and lay it in there, obviously. And let's just wet it. I'm trying not to soak it this time because I hate squeezing it out. But now it's gonna grow like a freaking chia pet and I love it. Can you see it growing? I can't even see it. I'm letting you guys see it because I love you. It needs more though, obviously. So I just keep adding water until it gets as big as it gets. Okay. It's in there growing. Like a loaf of bread. They're always doing something outside, like shut up! Just puffs right on up. Does it need more though? I think this is good. Oh yes, it's actually perfect. Then I just grind it all up with my long ass nails. Boom. I could use a little bit more, like so. And now we have literally a whole little bin of sphagnum moss. And I'm excited because the first plant that we're propagating is a Monstera albo. And if you're like, April, wasn't that plant listed on your shop? It was. And then I took it down because I realized that I needed it for me, you know? Oh my god, I'm so hot. So damn hot. This plant was happily growing up the moss pole until I propagated it, and now it's growing very wonky. So I think I'm literally gonna chop all the way down here because, or should I? Yeah, I'm gonna chop all the way down there. Where are my scissors? Found them. Found some trees. Okay, let's chop. Wait, where am I chopping? I'm kind of scared a little bit. All right, let's just do it. I'm gonna chop all the way down here. Yay! We're back at 3 super variegated leaves. These leaves are so beautiful. But it was starting to get green. So I think I'm doing this plant justice. Ugh. Okay, so now for the next cut. Should I do another cut? Oh no, probably not. I mean, I could propagate this little node right here. I do always get a little bit nervous propagating nodes because they could either go one of 2 ways. Grow or rot, and usually they rot. So I think I'm just going to, let's see, what are we gonna do? Ow. I think I'm going to just stick this in moss, this whole thing, and hope for the best. We have, oh my god, the fucking chainsaw, bro. Shut it up. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna stick the whole thing in moss because where there's a new leaf coming out right here, there's no node, because I honestly would have just cut it right here and then had 2 propagations, and I still might do that once the node comes out, but for right now we're just gonna stick these 2 nodes into a cup with sphagnum moss. And because of these long aerial roots, it's gonna be completely fine. I have no worries about this plant rotting at all. When a plant has sufficient aerial roots, you could literally stick it in anything and it'll grow, especially a Monstera. They're just so good at rooting in moss once the aerial roots are already established. So let's grab some moss. Let's grab some moss. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick. Oh my god, these knees are they're getting up there. I need to like kneel on something because this actually hurts. Ugh. All right, we're on top of the yoga mat. I don't know if this is long enough or big enough. Let's see. Let's stick it in like this. You can even trim the aerial root if you want and it'll literally be fine. So I just added a little bit at the bottom and I stuck it in there, and I'm just gonna top it off. Boop, boop, boop. Always have a fucking sound effect. Not too much, not too much. I propagated so many albo like this. If you guys have bought them, you know. Doop, doop. Yay, I'm so happy I finally did this. I've been wanting to do this for days, and I'm finally doing it. Is that good? It's actually freaking perfect. I topped it off because that top aerial root was pretty high up there, but it's gonna grow downwards, hopefully. And this is what that one's looking like. I might even put this in the shop eventually, so keep your eye out for that. The new leaf coming in, I can't wait to see if it's variegated or not, because this leaf right here is like barely variegated. It's super huge, but not that variegated. Boom. Happy about that. Okay, what's next? I'm sweating my asshole off. Oh, my philodendron verrucosum. We're done with that. We're done with that plant. It's getting chopped down right now. Let's grab it. I just can't deal with the moss pole anymore. It's always dry. Like, I'm not kidding. It's I know we just extended this like 2 times, but it's always so dry and it's always so annoying. Look at the leaves. We're done. I'm gonna take all the tape off first really quick. Be right back. Why are there actually 1,000 pieces of tape on this thing? It's just taking too much moss, too much water, too much of my mental capacity. You know what I mean? She gotta go. She really gotta go. I think the next plant I'm gonna buy is gonna be a philodendron verrucosum, like a big one. Woo! Look at. Got a moss pole. What am I gonna do with all of this moss though? Can you reuse moss? Like, I feel like moss is a little icky. It's like, how do you clean this? I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, let me take off the last piece of tape, or maybe I should leave it. Is this even rooted? Let me check. It's rooted in a couple spots and I literally don't care. It's getting chopped off this damn pole. It just looks so terrible. Like, it always looks terrible. One of you guys commented on one of my old videos telling me that you have this plant and it always looks like shit. Mine too. Is that my bra? No. Mine too. And I'm sick of it. Especially if you propagate it and then do things to it. I feel like you have to buy a philodendron verrucosum and just leave it alone and leave it how it is. Maybe put it on a pole, but transferring it to Semihydro is just, ugh. I'll be happy when I finally get it right, you know? Where are my scissors? Oh my God, I hate when I can't find things. Oh, and they're right here. So what I'm gonna do, you guys can barely even see what I'm doing, but what I'm gonna do is really just chop it from the bottom. I could probably leave it in the pot after that, but I don't know. It's gonna look like shit anyway, so why even do that? How are we gonna do this? Or should I just chop from the top, you know? Like, chop the individual leaves. All these leaves are gonna rot anyway. Oh, I forgot this is an, oh, I forgot it was two vines and not one. So let's start with this one right here. You know what? I have no confidence in this verrucosum, but it's whatever. Ew, it was slimy when I cut it. I feel like that's never a good sign when it's slimy when you cut it. But here's the first one with the shitty leaf. Ew, and it smells weird. Ew, the slime is just going everywhere. Here's another one with a shitty leaf. This plant might have a pest, and I'm just sitting here flinging it all around. 2. Should I do the nodes? Oh my God, there was a leaf. It looks like there was a leaf trying to come out of one of these nodes. Maybe I should try the nodes, but they're gonna be wicked small and wicked annoying, but I feel like I don't wanna waste the plant, you know? Where should I cut this one? Yeah, I'm gonna cut this one down here and not at the top where that leaf is trying to unfurl. I don't know what's wrong with these. These are all gonna go in the greenhouse. These verrucosum has a little leaf, well, 2 little leaves, then a node. And then I can cut this excess off. Ewy. Here's a little node right here. I'm not gonna propagate all the nodes, or should I? I don't know. And then, boop. This leaf is like the best looking leaf on the entire plant. Boom. And then this little crusty one. This plant smells so weird when I cut it. Like pine. It smells like pine. I don't know what to do with this plant. I feel like what I should actually do, hold on, let me cut this excess off. I feel like I should take this pole off right here, if it comes off. There we go. And should I take this one off too? I don't know. Yeah, actually I am. Because the pole is just too much. Okay. Oh! So this is what we're working with now. the relief I feel from not having to deal with this anymore. And the self-watering pot, it's literally, I don't know how it drinks so much water. Well, it's the pole, obviously. This bottom pole stays moist because it just sucks up all the water. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna leave it as is for right now. Should I cut off another node? Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut off these 2 top nodes as well, just so it's all at one level. So like these 2 right here, and leave it like this and just see what happens. I will keep you updated on this thing. Even though it's gross, like look at the moss bowl. Why is it black there? Ew. So we got all of our Philodendron verrucosum propagations. I'm actually gonna rinse these off just in case they have like spider mites or something, so I'll be right back. Oh! Okay. Oh! Okay, there they are, nice and juicy. This leaf right here, I'm trying to like uncurl it since it's wet now. Really couldn't care less about it, honestly, because this plant just looks literally came off. Dang, flab it. It really ripped off, but whatever. Okay, I don't know how I want to propagate these though. Let's see. I'm gonna put them in this big container that I literally don't use. Just a light layer of moss at the bottom. Hold on. And I'm gonna stick them all in here. I probably will need more moss, but I'm literally just gonna stick them in. So this one right here. I don't do anything special. I used to use Clone X gel. That probably helped a lot with the propagations, but I don't have that right now, so whatever. Stick this one back here. Kind of just line the pot because I'm gonna add some more sphagnum moss in here. Boop. Boop. Is this the last one? Yep. And boop. I don't like how that's leaning like that though. Hold on. I'm gonna hold it up while I backfill. Ooh. Little peek inside. I'm just gonna backfill it really quick. Don't be stingy with the moss. Just get a lot, you know? You wanna use enough to cover everything, for sure. Okay, all right, that's better standing up now. But these ones that are like leaning, I don't really mind that. I really hope these survive, but this plant is just so shitty, I'm not sure it's going to. Disgustingly ugly, but you know what? Not the plant, just the setup. But the point is to root it. Not everything is about aesthetics, okay? I'm gonna actually put the nodes in there too. Just stick them anywhere, these little nodes that I took off the plant. Boop. Just gonna stick them right in here and hope for the freaking best. I literally like threw the other nodes somewhere. I found one. There's one right here. Just gonna stick it in there. And then hopefully I'm not, where is it? Are there any more? Oh yeah, right here. Hopefully I'm not planting these nodes upside down, but whatever. There we go. These are definitely going in the greenhouse. I need to get that humidifier that I had that goes in a cup, like any kind of cup, and then it just sprays out, because I'm still using the little flower humidifiers. I should do a greenhouse update, but are you guys interested in that at all? I don't know. Anyways, oh, my ankle. It hurts. Okay, if I find another node, I'll stick it in there. But yeah, those are going in the greenhouse because Philodendron verrucosum love to be wet. Like I feel like if I had a fish tank, those would survive underwater. That's something that we can try soon. Do I want to fish though? I don't know. I was actually gonna propagate my Pilea glauca and then some Cebu blue pothos nodes and some Monstera adansonii nodes, but I'm not gonna do that now because I don't want to. But instead, we're gonna propagate some cooler plants. I just really want to stick on the rare plant propagations. So the next plant we're gonna chop, believe it or not, I don't even think I've showed you guys this plant in so long. Ah! Oh my god, I almost went flying. What is this? Philodendron, bro. Oh, my Philodendron Columbia. It was growing so beautifully, and then a leaf came out right here and it didn't fully come out. It just rotted, and now it has this leaf coming out and it's just looking crazy. So we're chopping it. I didn't think I'd ever chop this plant because, I don't know, it's just so good. Like, I love this thing, but it's not growing properly right now. So we're gonna cut it back just one time, I think, just right under these nodes right here. So we can try to get this piece to grow back properly. So let's see. I'm gonna put it on top of my knee because why not? Where are the scissors? I keep losing my freaking scissors, bro. If you guys seen what was in front of me right now, you wanna see? God damn! Like, a whole fucking mess. Not to get up, please. No, I don't want to get up. Okay, got the scissors. Oh. Let's see. Literally between my legs, this plant. I'm literally just gonna cut right here. I'm gonna cut with a little bit more node because just in case it doesn't do well. Oh my god, why do they all smell so weird? I don't know. I honestly think, oh my god. I honestly think it's growing weird because there's still soil in here. Like, I mixed soil and fluval. So any plant that I have like that right now, I think I need to switch that up. I think we're done with the flu for now. I haven't been using fluval in a while. I've kind of just moved over to sphagnum moss, and I haven't repotted, and I honestly haven't repotted plants in so long. So I think that's gonna be my next video, repotting a bunch of plants, but this one might be rotting in here. I'm not sure because I literally can't see, but it looks good now. Now that that weird leaf is gone, we're back in business, baby. I'm just gonna use a little cup like this with some damp sphagnum moss. This is not like dripping wet at all. It's damp, lightly watered, because the second there's too much water, it's going to rot, I promise you. Unless it's like well established in moss, please do not overwater or you're gonna be sad. Okay, this is a little piece we have. Should I go rinse it off? Yeah, let's go rinse it off real quick, BRB. Okay, she's nice and rinsed off with her wonky little leaf. Looks like a witch finger. And now I'm just gonna stick it in so that the moss is covering these nodes right here. Perfection. But not to the point where it's covering the leaf. I'm actually gonna move it over to the side of the cup so this leaf has room. It needs to grow upwards though, like it's literally growing down. I'm confused. I'm confusion. And then just backfill carefully because I know if moss sits on that leaf, it's gonna rot immediately. And that's already the second leaf that's coming out in the same spot because like I said, the first one just, I don't know what happened to that damn leaf. Okay. Ow! Fucking ankles. That's what we have here. If this doesn't work, I will switch it to fluval because I did propagate my philodendron El Chaco red and fluval. I think I need to switch her too though because where's the next leaf, ma'am? But here's my philodendron Columbia. I'm so excited for this little prop. I've never propagated this plant before, so that's always super cool. Boom. And then lastly, I really wanted to chop down this philodendron. Is this a philodendron? Yeah, this philodendron brandianum, because the leaves on the bottom look a lot better than these little tiny leaves at the top. So we're gonna chop all these tiny leaves off and propagate them. Whew. I think there's like 3 vines in here, so it's usually in my greenhouse, like against the wall, standing up. Should get it a little trellis, but I don't know yet. So these leaves right here, down here, these are okay. It's these ones, I don't. No. So I'm just gonna chop. Oh my goshy. This is stressing me out already. Okay, the first vine, I'm literally cutting right after the like medium-ish size leaves. So this little prop right here. Boom. Okay. And this little prop right here. And look, it looks a little discolored, no? Yeah, something's up. Maybe it's the fluval. Maybe fluval is not meant to be a long-term thing, you know? That's what I'm starting to think because my El Chaco red was fine and now it's just looking a little weird. These are all tiny leaves. I'm just gonna chop this one all the way down back here. This is what we have for our brandy now. I don't know, I like it a lot better when it's nice and compact. And then we have all of these. I don't know if I'm gonna do I don't know if I'm just gonna propagate them down or individual ones. Let's do individual. Where are we gonna propagate them in? I have these two little containers right here. I'm just gonna fill them with moss. I think I am gonna get some Clone X gel though, because I like to put some in a water bottle and then spray my propagations. I feel like it really, really helps. There we go. And I'm just going to take individual little cuts. So this little top cut right here, and stick it in. Ew, why is everything slimy? Like that. Super cute. Little one leafer. These are just so cute. I think I want to trail this plant along the wall, kind of like I have my Philodendron Adansonii in my office. That would be so cute. This plant is beautiful. Okay, let's see, let's see. Like a little one leaf, two leaf. This is what it's looking like so far. I was hoping I'd be able to cover this. I might be able to cover this, hopefully. That's like the best way to go when you're propagating philodendron or really any plant in sphagnum moss. If you can cover it and give it humidity, you're good to go, I promise. Cut off some of that excess. Let me shut up before all of these rot. I'm just kidding. Is that in there? Not good enough for me. Just really make sure you cover the nodes, because once they're out of the moss and they're drying up, they're not gonna grow. I'm gonna take care of those rotting Monstera albo propagations at a later date, and I'll keep you updated on those if they survive. This I'm gonna cut into two because there's like no nodes up here yet because it's too fresh of a leaf. So I'm just gonna propagate it right down there for that little two leafer. That's a little cutie. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to cover these. They're too tall. It really does work when you do like just nodes though. Like if I was to propagate these, like chop this up and propagate this, it's just so good. I think I'm gonna make a prop box with all nodes. I'm not gonna do that on camera because I feel like that's so boring, but I will show you when they start to grow for sure. Why are these so juicy? Okay, boom. And they smell weird. It's not like a bad smell, it's just like a planty smell, I should say. I'm like, does my house smell like this? I hope not. Because you know how you're like blind to your own house smells? I'd be terrified to find out if my house stunk. Oh, it's too close together. Okay. Is that all? Those are all the leaves? Yep. There's the Philodendron brandianum. Hopefully these grow good and not with super tiny leaves. But that does bring me to the end of today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And then also follow me on Etsy at Palace of Propagations and on Instagram at Mother of Plants. Until my next video, bye guys.